Well, hi everybody. I haven't been on for a while. As you know, I've been in Facebook jail again. So I thought I'd check in and see if anybody was out there just to see how you're doing and what's new. I've been traveling a lot, and I'll just give people a second to find me here. It's like we have somebody popping in. Hey Richard, how's it going? And John. All right. So I just wanted to pop in for a few minutes and say hi. And hello, Malia and Jeremy. And let you know that I'm out of Facebook jail. I've been in, was in 30 days, and I was out for about a week, and then I was back in for 30 days. So I just can't seem to keep myself from getting put in jail. I'm trying really hard now. But I'm not on Facebook much anymore. I did develop less of a habit of Facebook. So I'm on Instagram, and I've been promoting a lot of my new things coming up. I have a new radio show that started on the Sexy Lifestyle 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I'm going to put the link in. Let's see here. Where'd it go? All right, so this was last week's show, but if you follow the link, you can bookmark it so that you can see, you can listen. We'll be videoing the show soon, so we're figuring all that out, but it's kind of fun. So awesome. So what's everybody been up to? Hi, Lucky. Anything new? Anything exciting? Hi, Ed. So I'll be in Los Angeles next week. Was in New York and Ohio and Washington, D.C. a couple of weeks ago for 2 weeks. And so it's been busy, busy travels, but it's all fun. I'm going to be living in LA area for about a third of the month, starting this month. So I'm excited about that transition. Lots of fun things happening. So if you haven't checked out my my new radio show, Mark and I are doing it together. It's really fun. It's called The Conscious Living Show, but this is a version for grown-ups. So we'll be talking about adult content. Not always just about sex, but you know, we can always bring it back around to that. It's about interpersonal relationships of the adults. And I got a lot of fun topics planned. Next week, we're going to be talking about pleasure, which is one of my favorite topics. Hi, Lisa. How are you? So tell me what's new with you. Write me something what's the best thing that's happened to you this week? I always like to hear what's going on in your minds. I am. How can you tell? Am I offending you? I'm at home. I hate wearing bras. They're just boobs. So how was everybody's Halloween? We absolutely hid last night. Didn't deal with it. So my Nearly Naked Yoga channel on my YouTube channel, The Sex Host, is doing phenomenally well, and that's I thank you for all of your loving support, and we need to keep it going. Some of the videos on there they've declared as not suitable for all audiences, which is totally ridiculous because there's no content in them that's not suitable. So perhaps you could go check out some of the videos, and the more times we watch them and share them. I've asked for reviews, but they won't manually review them unless we have so many views in a certain period of time, 1,000 views in a week. So the more if you want me to send links of the ones that I'd like to have reviewed, I'd appreciate your help. That would be great, because YouTube's very stubborn about those things. And because my work, that I'm a sexologist, that word sex still scares people. So so they've flagged my account apparently. So anytime I put up a new video, they automatically flag it, and then I have to beg for review, which is always a hassle. They only knew. Oh, good. You're starting your weekend already, Lisa. I like that. Thursdays are good days to start the weekend. Excellent. So I hope everybody's enjoying good health and major happiness in your lives. And if you're not, perhaps we should have a chat. I talk to people all the time that are not living their finest, happiest, most productive, worthwhile life. And, I often wonder, what is it that gets in people's way? And what are you waiting for? Is a question I ask a lot of my clients. What are you waiting for to have that happiness? What are you waiting for to have that relationship? And so it's important to ask yourself these questions, because this is not a dress rehearsal. None of us are getting out of here alive, and we only get this round once in this body. So you may as well take it out for a spin and enjoy it. Thank you, Greg. I missed you guys too. It's a little frustrating being put in Facebook jail, I have to say. This last time I totally deserved it, though. I mean, I'll own that one. The time before, not so much, but it's a little ridiculous what the rules are. But I have to remember that Facebook is a public bus. It's free, and they're completely at the mercy of their advertisers. So Charles, you're nursing sick pine and walnut trees. Oh, bummer. No good to have sick trees. Hello, John. So funny story, we have a neighbor who has a cat. He's 19 years old, and this cat, the neighbors were out of town for a couple of weeks, and so the cat decided that he was going to come hang out with us. We didn't really know he was the neighbor's cat, so he was super skinny and mangled, and I felt really bad for him. So of course we let him in and fed him, and he ended up sleeping at the foot of our bed. And we have big hearts when it comes to animals. Then I found out that it was my neighbor's cat, and they were away. But when they came home, the cat wouldn't go home. He didn't want to go home. So now my neighbor came over the other night. We shared a bottle of wine and discussed the shared cat custody. So now we have an open door policy, and the cat goes back and forth between our houses. I guess whoever has the best canned food of the day. But I've been trying to take him home at night to sleep in his own house at night. But he has many sleepovers here, so it's pretty fun. So I think that's a great way to have a pet. You have a shared custody with your neighbors, so that when you leave home, you know that your pet is taken care of and well loved and fed and safe. I think we might be starting a new trend here, the shared pet trend. So, all right, well, that's about all I had to say tonight, was just to point you in the direction of my new show. Your support is incredibly important to me, and this is a new endeavor for Mark and I to do this together, and to bring about a little bit more spice to the show. The first show, you'll have to listen to the first episode, because I went on a little bit of a rant, fun rant, using a word that I wasn't able to use the last 10 years doing FCC regulated radio. So I had a good time with the freedom of true speech to take a leap and run with it. So we'll be doing a lot of that. Hi, Brenda, which I'm excited about. And every show, I've got 4 segments, and one of the segments is on the Me Too movement, but I'm putting different twists on it so that people can understand that it's nothing to be afraid of. In fact, it's just probably one of the most pivotal moments in our current history. I do believe we can thank the President of the United States for the Me Too movement coming about. I think he scared the hell out of womankind, that his his attitude about women was going to be promoted rather than corrected. And so the Me Too movement's all about making that shift happen so that we treat each other, man, woman, child, black, white, yellow, green, purple, doesn't matter. We treat each other with respect, period. I mean, you know, I say I'm a feminist, but really I'm a humanist. And I don't believe that anybody deserves being treated bad and mean and to be taken advantage of. So all of us need to step up our game and not be unkind. I had a talk the other night about the fact that I've been with my husband for 3 decades, and he's never said an unkind word to me. Never, ever. So, hi, Erica. So when you catch yourself being tempted to say something unkind to someone that's insulting, then perhaps you're not raising the bar high enough for yourself, because we all have the capacity to not do that when we know that our job's at risk or we could be harmed physically. So why don't we do that when it comes down to just looking ourselves in the mirror? So maybe that's the take-home message today, is to raise the bar for yourself and to only accept respect and kindness coming out of you, and to command that from others through your actions as well as your words, and not put up with people that don't treat you well. Yeah, 3 decades. Long time. I was like 9, right? I had somebody ask me how old I was the other day. He was having an argument with his girlfriend about who was older, me or her, or who was younger. I can't remember. Anyway, you can imagine that I didn't give him an answer. It's not something that's my business. Life isn't fair. Okay, yeah, it isn't fair. It wasn't supposed to be. Yeah, I think whoever said that, you know, whoever complains that life isn't fair forgot that that wasn't in the manual. Life is about learning, and so that's what we need to remember. So I'm going to sign off. I don't want to take too long with this. I'll be back next week. I'll do a live, and I'm going to try to do some lives on Instagram as well. So check me out there, Exotic Lifestyle Events on Instagram, or Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, or The Conscious Living Show, or Nearly Naked Yoga. So if you can't find me, you're struggling, because I tend to be all over the place. So I look forward to hearing from you. Questions, comments about the show, about anything any content that I'm putting out there. I'm doing more writing. I'm going to be doing some writing for Sibian and their educational program. I'll be in Atlanta the first weekend of December at the Ultimate Women's Conference. So if you're in Atlanta, come say hi to me at the Ultimate Women's Health Expo. And so I'll be there teaching and speaking and sharing my love. And I appreciate all of you for popping in tonight last minute. I didn't give you any warning, but I'll come back next week from LA and check in and see how everybody's doing. And if you have any comments about the show, please leave them for me, so that I love your feedback. If you have encouragement, or if you have ideas for how we can do it better, I'm always looking to improve and learn. So as much as I am a teacher, I'm more a student. So I wish you all a great night. Take care of each other. Be kind to each other. Hug each other a little longer. 3-second hug, 3 breaths is a great way to hug people that you care about. Maybe not the person at the grocery store that you don't know. That might freak them out a little. But certainly people that you are in your intimate circle. When you hug them, hold them. Breathe together. And feel the difference in how your hearts expand after you do that. So try that tonight and let me know how it goes for you. I'll be back next week. I look forward to hearing from you in between times. Have a great night. Namaste.